Hey, all of my accountability peeps. How's everybody doing tonight? It is Wednesday night, as promised, but I'll touch on that in just a minute. First of all, I want to say hi to each of you. I want to thank you guys for joining this, whether you join now or whether you join us later and you come back and you watch this one. I want you to know you are loved. I know it sounds cheesy. You hear that kind of stuff all the time, but you are. I love each and every one of you. If you guys were not on this journey with me, I'd probably give up right away. It's the nature of it. I think a lot of us tend to do that when we feel discouraged. So thank you. And I want to call you my friend. So this is our friend circle. Okay? How does that work? Maybe I'll just start naming it the friend circle. It is Wednesday, as promised. Last Friday, I recorded the first Accountability Partners video. I said that, come subscribe, join us, like this video, and leave a comment about whether you guys would prefer to have the videos done here on my normal channel or on a separate channel just for accountability. I got a couple likes. Thank you. Several watches. Thank you. No comments. So I'm going to take that as you guys don't mind. So at this time, we're just going to go ahead and keep this right here on Black Hills Mommy channel. At some point in the future, if we decide to move it, so be it. But this is where we're going to be. So if you're ever wondering, okay, is there a new update? Where's my group when I need them? Check in here. Black Hills Mommy. Make sure you subscribe so that you get and check the notification bell so you get any updates anytime I post a new video or anything. I'm actually thinking I might do this a little more frequently than I originally planned. I was thinking this would be like a once a week check-in. But honestly, when we do once a week, how accountable are we really being? It's so easy to get midweek and be like, oh, yeah, if I just do this, it'll be okay. I can work it off by, next week. That's not how it works. So I'm going to try to do a few of these a week along with the other stuff that I'm doing for a large family and just daily vlogging, kind of getting into it. So you guys can join me on that journey if you want to, or you can just stick with the accountability partners. So let's get to the accountability part. How did you do this week? I hope you had a wonderful week, that your new year is getting off to the right start, and you're finding a groove for yourself. So what things are you doing for you this year? I think I said it in the last video. I'm not a huge fan of actual resolutions, but a vow to change or to do differently. Yeah, I know it's probably the same thing, but it sounds different. I mean, everybody knows resolutions fail. Well, let me rephrase that. That's not accurate. Everybody knows statistically most people give up on resolutions before they have the chance to succeed. Sounds a little better, doesn't it? Go ahead, please comment. Tell everybody, tell the group, circle of friends, what it is that you're doing this year. Where are your goals? What are your plans? And how are you doing on it so far? For myself, I've mentioned it briefly in the past. Still not going to get too in depth right now unless somebody wants me to. But for my health reasons, I need to get healthier. It's a tough one. I can't. I will never be truly healthy. And it's a little tough to handle. But I can do things to make it easier. And part of that includes following an allergy-friendly diet. I know a lot of people think, well, if I lose weight, I'll be healthier. Honestly, that's not always a big part of it. Sometimes we have to get healthier to lose that weight. Sometimes they go hand in hand. It just depends on what your personal needs are. For me, I have to really watch the things I eat. It's really restricting. I have a large number of allergies. And when I eat my allergenic foods, it causes severe inflammation through my entire body, but especially in my digestive tract, which then means I'm not absorbing the nutrients I'm eating. So my body feels hungrier. It's a vicious cycle. Not to mention in general, it just causes inflammation. Anyhow, I started the year off by vowing to do my best, because that's all we can really do, right? But I'm going to do my best to not eat my allergenic foods, which means I have cut out wheat, soy, corn, eggs, and, well, dairy's the last on the list, but it's my least reactive. And I got to admit, I like cheese. So dairy's the only one I haven't fully given up yet. I also like my coffee, and I only like coffee with a little cream in it. But I'm also working on switching some of that over, which we'll talk about later. Cutting out those 4 main things can be really daunting. So with that, my husband and I decided to vow we're not eating out. You cannot guarantee what you're eating when you eat out most of the time. There are some instances, but to follow that kind of allergenic diet is really difficult to eat out. I mean, honestly, it's difficult to grocery shop in general. So we're eating more meals at home, more fully home-cooked meals, not the convenience foods, and just not eating the stuff I'm allergic to. The first 2 days of the year, I didn't do very good. I can make every excuse I want to, cleaning out the fridge, leftovers from the holidays. I just wasn't ready yet. I had to finish getting myself there. So I started on the 3rd. I have eaten clean since then, and I am down 9 pounds already. Today is, the 9th or the 10th? I'm not sure. I think it's the 10th. That's what I've done by just not eating the things I'm allergic to. Now, I'm going to pause right here a second. There are a lot of really well-meaning people in all of our lives who want to give advice and suggestions and other things about, well, you should try this too, or you should do this, or this plan, or this option, or this item. That's not what we need. We need to find out what is specific for each of our bodies. I honestly had to go through functional medicine back where we lived before, and we found everything out. I'm not telling everybody to go see a functional medicine doctor. What I am saying is you need to find out what your triggers are, what's causing your issues. Now, if you're somebody who's not even here for food or diet related, then okay, money, spending, figure out what your triggers are. Figure out what you're doing that you need to change. Everybody has their issues. That's what it took for me to fully figure out all of mine. I knew some of them slightly, did not realize what they were to that extent. So the month of January, that's all we are doing. We are cutting out the allergenic foods, not eating out. We are allowing ourselves one time a month if we choose to, so we can have our date nights. I don't know where we'll eat though, because I feel so much better when I'm eating clean. I can walk easier. I just have less overall body pain, less fibromyalgia flares, less Raynaud's flares. Ugh, the health stuff could go on. All right, so now that we've discussed everything, what my goals are and everything, tell me what your goals are. Let me know what your plan is. But let's go a little more in depth. What are some more specific things you're doing to reach those goals? So, like I said, I'm cutting out my allergenic foods. We're not eating out. Those are fairly simple and basic, but let's start talking some alternatives or what meals we're making. So for me, I have a coffee addiction. I've got a caffeine addiction. I'd rather drink coffee than soda. I can really watch the amount of sugar that's in it that way. Because, I'm trying to limit the amount of sugar too, because it naturally causes more inflammation, and that's not what I need. So my husband bought me an espresso maker for Christmas. The hopes being we can save a little bit of money, so I'll quit picking up some Caribou when I'm in town. It's still a treat on a rare occasion, but I'd much rather have this. And when I use the espresso maker, I'm not using the really super sugary coffee creamers and stuff. It just tastes better. I enjoy it more. I'm finding that the unsweetened vanilla almond milk actually froths up really nicely. And I almost prefer that over regular dairy milk. So that's, one of those alternative options that I'm switching to. And the next would be just cutting back on the amount of cheese I am eating. Right now for supper, we've got some soup going in the Instant Pot. If you don't know what the Instant Pot is, let me tell you about it. It is an electronic pressure cooker that has saved my sanity. I used to use the crock pot a lot, but you had to pre-plan, think things through, get stuff in the crock pot at the right time, so be sure to be done at meal times. With the Instant Pot, I can look at the clock and go, crud, it's almost 5. Throw some stuff in there, turn it on, and we've got supper between 5:30 and 6. And it can be a frozen roast. I can have a frozen roast on my table roughly an hour later, depending on how long I take to cut up and put other stuff in there, or if I just put the roast in. Seriously, the thing is amazing. In fact, one of these days, maybe I'll show it to you guys. And we own 2 of them. That's how good it is. Also, we bought the 6-quart to start with. We have a family of 9. And when the 8-quart finally went on sale for the Amazon's Christmas in July, we bought it then. Because, I mean, seriously, we use it constantly. The 6-quart made just enough to feed everybody 1 helping, no leftovers, and it was packed full. I may have filled it a little full a couple times. The 8-quart is truly perfect for our family. Everybody gets their helpings. Usually there's enough for seconds if they want it, and occasionally there's leftovers too. So family of 9 eaters, only one of them being a baby. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So in the Instant Pot right now, we have a potato vegetable soup. It's really just potatoes, carrots, celery, onions, garlic, some spices, beef stock. I think that's all I put in there. A little bit of water to top it off. Oh, there is cream cheese because my 14-year-old begged me to put cream cheese. She said, we haven't had cream cheese in anything for a while, and it really makes a creamy soup. So I just cube it up and stick it on top, and it melts down in, and then we stir everything when it comes out. Sorry for the camera shaking there. I just bumped everything. There's my plug for the Instant Pot for anybody who needs a fast, easy way to make healthy, nutritious meals. A more in-depth way, I guess, of how I'm doing things, as well as just the general breakdown of what my goals and plans are. So please, let's share. Friend circle here. Tell me what your goals are. Tell me what your plans are. Subscribe to the channel so that way you get the updates when I do the next video in the next couple days. I'm hoping every 2 to 3 days I'll have another accountability video up. In the meantime, if you're interested in large family living or how we do things, check out my other videos and watch for other ones of those coming through. I usually try to title things pretty appropriately. Not a fan of clickbait. I do my best to avoid that. And yeah, so keep me posted. Let me know if you guys need anything. Let me know what I can pray for. Can I pray for you this week? Because I would love to do that. And, God bless. You guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.